Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. You are watching my fall card series for 2023, and I will be creating a card with this stamp set from a Lawn Fawn. This is called Absolutely Awesome, Apple-lutely Awesome. It's really hard to say the apple puns, but this is a super cute stamp set with a mice and a apple tree and the apple orchard and lots of apple puns for fall card making. So I'm going to go ahead and create a slimline card, and I love how this card turns out. It's so cute, and I almost want to just frame it and use it in my decor because I decorate with an apple theme lately the last few years, and then I switch it up and bring out the pumpkins. But I have been loving decorating with apples to switch it up and not always do the pumpkin theme. So I am just stamping these out using the Simon Hurley stamping block, and I'm doing a slimline card, so I'm stamping the scene using Memento Tuxedo black ink because I'm going to come back in with my Spectrum Noir markers here in a little bit and color up this super great scene. You could definitely switch up the medium and use a water-based ink and bring in your watercolors, distress inks, Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. There's so many different ways to color this up, but I'm going to go in with Copic colors or Spectrum Noir. You could also do Copic. I use a Spectrum Noir markers, which is an alcohol ink as well. I do have a few Copics and I do reach for them every once in a while, but I have more of a selection of Spectrum Noir markers. So we are just stamping the scene, adding in all the details. Now I go over the different images. I do not mask it off, but because I'm going to be coming back in with some darker colors, as you can see, I'm going to stamp this mouse right over the tree, and you do see some of the lines from the tree, but I'm going to come back in with some darker colors, so you're not even going to notice that. You could definitely mask it off as well, but I come back in with darker colors and make it work, and then off camera, after all of the coloring is done, I do outline it with an Inkjoy pen just to bring those lines back. I find that when you color, especially with darker colors, you lose a lot of the detail and the lines from the stamping, so I like to outline it and bring the lines back to life and darken them and make the colors more vibrant again and just make it all flow together. So you're going to see that at the end. I don't include any footage of that, but I do have footage of that on some of my other cards if you want to go back and look. But that is a tip if you feel like you've kind of lost a bit of the image, or your colors are not as vibrant or the lines are not as vibrant after you've colored. You can bring that color back to life by outlining the images again. So now I'm coming in with the Spectrum Noir markers and coloring these up. So while I'm coloring this up, I just want to go ahead and say thank you for being here. If you are not subscribed already, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be sharing a few more fall videos, and then we will dive right into Christmas, and I hope that you will hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload next. I would love to have you join me here as I share card making and do-it-yourself projects every once in a while, Bible journaling when I have a chance. Yeah, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I recently had a few new subscribers, so I'm so grateful for that. And definitely go ahead and check out my other videos. I have playlists ready to go as well. I would love for you to check out some more videos and get inspired along the way. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and I hope you are having a wonderful fall. It actually feels like fall this year. Last year was so warm right through October, and this year it's finally raining where I am, and it's cold, a little bit colder. It feels like fall, so I hope you are having a good fall no matter what your weather looks like. And I hope that you are making cards and being inspired and getting time to take care of yourself and create whatever that looks like for you. Yes, I can't believe that it is like mid-October. I just feel like the days are going by so quickly. Fall seems like a short month to me, or not month, but like a short season. Like it starts the end of September officially, but we kind of get excited for it the end of August, beginning of September. Then you've got November, and for Americans you have Thanksgiving at the end of November, so I feel like your fall might feel more longer. But as a Canadian, we have Thanksgiving at the beginning of October. So sometimes I feel like I'm over fall by the middle of October, or like the beginning of October, right when Thanksgiving ends. So yeah, it's really weird feeling. It's like, oh, is it Christmas yet? But you're not ready to decorate for Christmas yet because you're still like, it's still fall. Like we just started fall, like officially. It's complicated. When do you feel like you're over fall and just like ready for winter and the Christmas season? And do you even decorate for fall? What is your favorite season? This is a lot of coloring in this video. The majority of this video is going to be coloring, but it turns out so good, and I love how the coloring and the image comes together. When you just stamp it out in black and white, it doesn't look like much. But as you add in the color, the picture, these stamped images come to life, and I love that. So I'm using the blender marker to get a lighter color in some of these areas and just blend it out. And I'm making it work for me, adding in some pops of blue and green, like a turquoise on the overalls of the mice. And sorry, my camera is wobbling a little bit here. My setup on my desk is getting older, and for some reason it is breaking down the way it is set up. So I'm working on fixing that for you. It was trying to swerve off to the side, but yes. So blending out these colors, adding the caramel on top of this candied apple, and then I will outline everything off camera after I add in the finishing touches, some pink to the mouse's ears. I will outline everything, and then I will come back in and do the background. But first I need to take my Shakira Jelly Roll pen. This is the number 10 in white, and I'm just adding some highlights to emphasize the areas, and I just feel like this is another way to bring life to your image and make it stand out, make the colors more vibrant and feel realistic. I don't know, it just looks really cool. Brings your image to life. So once that is done off camera, I will do the outlining, and then, like I said, the background, and then we will do the sentiment, and that will finish off the card. And like I said, I would love to just frame this. Do they have slimline card frames? This would be so cute in a frame. But for the background, I am going in with the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, and I'm just adding in a blue color here. I'm just scribbling it on everywhere. I do feel like you do have to have quite a bit of coverage before you come in with the water, but I'm just adding it everywhere. And because I used Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I also came back in with an Inkjoy pen and added water, I was careful to not get too close to the lines because those are not necessarily water resistant, so that is something to keep in mind. You could go in with a water-based ink to begin with, and then you wouldn't have this problem, but I didn't have a problem with it and it worked out fine. But there's just something to keep in mind if you are doing this. I love doing this with the watercolor pencils because you can color your image, stamp your images, and do all the things, and then you get that fun sky effect, and it's not perfect, but it's like this whimsical sky. So I'm coming back in with the Tim Holtz watercolor brush and just blending that all together to create my background and sky. You could definitely add grass along the bottom as well, but I chose to just keep it simple and blend in the sky, create a background. You could even go further and add more colors in, create a sunset, a fall sunset. You don't have to just go blue, but I really like how the blue turned out. It looks really cool with all of the reds and the blues on the mice. I love this stamp set. It is so cute. And these sentiments are really fun. So I didn't use the sign, but there is a little sign in the stamp set. And you can stamp bushel of fun, yum, apple picking, crunch, fresh apples, pick. And I'm adding the sentiment in now. So I didn't do those sentiments, but there is several different sentiments. So there's have an absolutely awesome day. There's just thanks, you're the apple of my eye. And there's also little eyes that you can add on to the apples in your picture. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp have an absolutely awesome day. So I'm figuring it out how I want it here. And then I decided that I was going to cut all of the pieces apart, so I didn't even really need to line it up like this. I was just playing around with placement here, and I'm going to stamp this on some black cardstock with Simon Says Stamp clear embossing ink, and then use white because I love white embossing powder on black. It just brings your sentiment to life, makes it stand out, and adds just that perfect touch to the sentiment and to the card. So heat setting that, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and get this placed on my card. You could definitely turn this into a happy birthday card as well, like happy birthday. I have an absolutely awesome day. Or happy birthday, you're the apple of my eye, depending on where you're going with this. But this would be a lovely fall birthday card. So I'm using my Barely Art glue to adhere the sentiment down, and I chose to cascade this down the background. And you could definitely add some glitter to this as well. But I chose to keep it simple and just have the coloring and the background and the sentiment. And that is going to finish up today's card. If you like this card, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel because I have more fall cards coming your way and Christmas cards coming very soon as well. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.